And now, the ending. And that's that, I said, looking for closing the book. From after you've seen all 26 stories, what do you think? What do I think? Mm, I think anthology stories are like the second hardest thing for me to review after comedy. With comedy, there's only so many ways I could say, that's funny, that's not funny, that's a blast, that is not, and still sound coherent. Like, I could tell you which stories I liked the most. I liked Beep. I liked Collapse. Garden was great. I liked Irritate, and I love Nightmare. I also love Time Flows, The Trust Grows. That made me feel sad. I also love Wink and Zing. I like creepy stories, like I say. But the question always comes when I do these reviews, do I match them up with the story that's being told? Do I match them up with the previous stories? How does this work? But in the end, they're all Fallout stories. The filly looked up at me, a grin creeping along her face from ear to ear, just like Twilight. God, this is how I missed her. But Polly's this little one were keeping her legendary voraciousness for knowledge alive and well. What did I think? What did I think? That was awesome! She exclaimed, loudly, nearly knocking me from my seat. There was a long time ago that such a sound would have sent me scurrying, but I have long since faced that fear. The filly was bouncing with glee. Thank you so much, Fluttershy! Do you think any of those boys are still around? Well, we may never know, I said. They're recorded in this book, but for all we know, they may never have even existed. Those are imaginations of some pony looking to entertain others, but even stories of imagination have a ring of truth in them. The filly stopped, looking down at the grown for a moment. What's wrong, sweetheart? Do do you think any pony will remember me, Miss Fluttershy? She said. I could see the tears starting to form from her eyes. This was bothering her something fierce. I wasn't sure what to tell her. Well, I finally managed to muster. I'll always remember you. I'm serious, Miss Fluttershy. The filly cried out, stamping the ground. I smiled softly, resting a hoof on her shoulder. Sweetie, ponies will remember you if you do something worth remembering, I said. Be generous and kind, and always stand up for yourself and your friends, especially your friends. I, I see, the filly said, clearing her would-be tears. Do you think if I do something big, I'll end up in a book? I smiled again. So, not just like Twilight then. Sure, she had Twilight's appetite for reading, but she wanted to be recognized. Like Dash. I shook my thoughts from my head. I really needed to stop comparing random fillies to my long-dead friends. I'll tell you what, I said. When you go out and do something worth remembering, you promise me you'll come back and let me know if you do. I'll make sure you're in a book, 'cause I'll write for you, okay? The filly smile lit up. Thanks, Miss Fluttershy, the filly said. I better get going so I can get started. She tried towards the door. I couldn't help but notice the flash on her flank. Sweetie? I said, stopping her. The filly looked at her flank and grinned widely. Instead of bare fur, there was now the image of a brown book. On the cover of the book was the symbol of two alicorns circling a star. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, it's my kitty mark! The filly jumped up and down. What my speciality is? It means, I said proudly, that you just got the first chapter of your own story. The days you discovered your fate, becoming a true Laceland legend. I smiled wildly, pushing open the door. Now go on. You have a lot to do. Like I said, these are just a bunch of stories created by different people. And, as always, what it is I love about doing this. But now, Somebody has a request for me, and I can't wait to get to it. That's one down, thousands more to go. I'll see you next time.